I was not expecting episode 4 of Kirio Fanclub to get this deep. So, as you can see here, Amy-chan is a very enigmatic character. She does whatever she wants. She has fun whenever she wants. She feels pain and she shows it. She's just a character that's just so energetic. I love this character so much. Amy really is the star of the show, to be honest with you. She seems basic as hell, but let me tell you, man, her personality makes up for, well, I mean, her, they just say that if she was any uglier, her personality would carry her. But no, she's pretty, basic, average, a little bit above average, honestly, when she dresses up. But whatever. Going to why this is deep, bro. So you can see here, this is why I think this anime works. She didn't fall in love with him because she pitied him. Now I'm gonna tell you why she would start pitying him or just feeling bad for him in general. So here he sees Kirio at the hospital. She's obviously there for her grandpa. Because his old people type shit. She's there because of her grandpa. Has been hospitalized, maybe for a heart attack or dementia. Who knows why his grandpa is there specifically. So you can see here, grandpa right there, right on cue. Damn it, right on fucking cue. So she's there for her grandpa, but ends up, walking down the hallway as we do. If you're in a hospital, you're gonna be walking on fucking hospital hallways. And so she sees Kirio and he's smiling, he's bubbly, he has the biggest fucking laugh on his, he's laughing really out loud. He seems very positive, he seems very, easygoing, someone who just radiates good vibes and energy. So she sees Kirio, having a great fucking time, like he won the lottery. Oh yeah, so yeah, she was going to the bathroom. Yeah, that's why she was going down the fucking hallways. Of course. We gotta use the bathroom. We all gotta use the bathroom, right? I mean, who doesn't? Allegedly, girls don't use the bathroom. That's what I hear, and I kind of fucking believe it. And I'm not gonna tell you why. All right, I don't. I'm not gonna say why. Anyways, so you can see here she's dressed up. She's trying to make a good impression, and she's obviously dressed up in her school uniform because Kirio and Amy goes to the same school, so she wanted Kirio to make the first move and be like, hey, we're in the same school, nice to meet you, and break the ice kind of a thing. But as she goes down the hallway, she realizes something very strange. So this is like a flashback, of him, Kirio, just having a great time, like I said, being positive. I don't know, like he's there for like Kuzo, like a childhood friend or something. That's what it feels like. I'm not really sure yet. So she's very puzzled because she doesn't see the same image that she usually sees. She just sees like this blank fucking hospital bed right here, and no Kirio couldn't be found or seen until. So this is why it gets real deep. Why this anime works. The comedy and everything just fucking works brilliantly. So she sees here, she's like, oh shit, what's going on over here? So this is Kirio right here, guys. He's on his knees just crying and whelping about the fact that his childhood friend Kuzo just fucking died. You can see here, they've just been shredded, bro. If you lost anyone in life, this shit will hit deep. This will get very fucking deep. If you lost a friend, a family, a cousin, or just a fucking pet, you will know how hard it is. And Amy saw the origins of his pain. And she saw the reason why she no longer has seen that smile on Kirio's face. That laughing, that joy laugh, that big smile of his, great energy. I don't think she's witnessed it ever since this tragedy. He lost a friend, he lost a family, and so here she realizes that this is a moment in which Kirio will not forget. It's like one of those moments that you'll never forget. But you kind of just gotta move the fuck on. But for a lot of us, we won't be as joyous as we used to be. We're not gonna have that positivity, and this is true for Kirio. And you gotta remember, they're still just in high school. He doesn't know how to not necessarily get over it, but just be able to cope with it. And it really just shaped his life. It really just shaped a new version of Kirio, which is sad, but he's young. It happens, man, and he will eventually bounce back. You know, of course, you have to. You have no choice but to bounce back. But here, you know, Amy can just sense that, damn, this is not the right time, not the right place. So it's kind of makes sense that she's very hesitant to just not approach him, not get next to him, and not even confess to him even yet. So in a way, she really not necessarily pities him, but really just wants to get his original version back. You know, the version where Kirio was laughing and happy. I think, yeah. So this is why it works. This is why this episode 4 of Kirio Fanclub just got deep, man. Oh my god, and I was not expecting this level deep. I know there was like something's got to give, but this was, bro, they did such a fantastic job, bro. This was just one of those episodes where it's like, damn, good fucking job, man. They did such a good fucking job with the storyline. Damn. Episode 4. Go watch it, guys. Here it is. Here's the name. Kirio Fanclub. Go check it out.